If I was wondering about, or if anybody was wondering about this, there being a spiritual aspect to the world, and that doesn't necessarily mean a good spiritual aspect, just a spiritual one, where seemingly unconnected things coordinate either for or against your efforts. I came to the conclusion that there was something like that happening probably around 20 or 21. I'd seen enough to come to that conclusion, but if I ever doubted it, ears covered. If I doubted it, I get little clues all the time from nature. Let me just tell a quick story. When I was 13, I lived in Alaska for a year, and the first winter I was there, we had an apartment in a small triplex thing, and there was a hill across the street. It was all grass, and it was probably 30 feet maybe, not a very big hill, down into a flat field, and it snowed and snowed and snowed, so I got the inner tube, and I went out there and I packed the snow into a jump at the bottom of the hill. And I'm used to Washington snow, which is wet and slow. And I got up to the top and I jumped on the inner tube, and I head first, holding onto the tube, just ready to jump it like I would do here. Except the snow in Alaska is so cold and so dry that it's 10 times as fast as it is here. And by the time I got to the jump, the jump's right here. By the time I got to it, I had so much momentum that my body weight shot the tube out from under me, and my feet hit the top of the jump and flipped me into a forward spin, which I couldn't correct out of, and I landed directly on my head in the field on like frozen solid ground. And my neck was straight at that, when the first time I hit, and 'cause I felt everything kind of push and squish, and I bounced, and as I was still trying to correct myself, and then when I came down again, I couldn't hold my head straight, and it like knocked it forward and probably fractured my sternum, I'm gonna say. And messed up my collarbone and my shoulder. My head like rolls all around because I'm falling on top of it, and blam, I laid out, and it knocked me out some too. And I didn't know if, it really messed my neck up. I broke my neck, basically, is what I'm saying. So anyway, longer story shorter, I go, just bring it up today. I've had this injury my whole life. I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't tell my mom at first because I didn't want to freak her out, but I could walk and move afterwards. I was like, okay. Anyway, I've had back and neck problems my whole life from that. Still do, very badly. So I have this shiatsu from Sharper Image, I think, right? And I was just inside. I've been trying to work on the gold wing, having some issues, and so my mom got me this shiatsu like a year ago or something. It's a really, really good one too. I highly recommend it. So I figured out, how to have it knead my shoulder and my, collar and my neck, and I just got it charged, and so I had to take a break because I was getting all tensed up and the bugs were swarming me and all that good stuff. So I went in and I shiatsu'd my shoulders and neck for probably 20 minutes, and was all feeling all relaxed. I mean, I still do too. I feel that's why I'm able to even make a video right now. But my shoulder's not aching anymore, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just go out and finish the gold wing, and so I'm feeling really good and relaxed, and things are okay, right? And I took my bandana off because I didn't want to get it, stuck in the shiatsu or anything, and So what happens, of course, I walk out the door over to the motorcycle and look around, and immediately one of these invasive species, red bottom of their wings, flying beetle things that are everywhere, just comes out of left field, right into my left ear. Of course, it's bad, like it's directly, dead center. Got a perfect shot, bullseye, right into my ear, and flies off. Right? Yeah. Now I'm a little on edge from anything bumping me. Right? My necklace is falling around my back. Okay, so yeah, the minute I walk outside, feeling relaxed, because you can't be relaxed here, land of the non-stop air show, and chemtrail mania, and microwave city, where we're getting beamed electronically all the time, while we're being forced to breathe nano antennas that direct frequencies into our bodies. I mean, that's pretty obvious. That's not a conspiracy theory, I don't think. That is observation of the world that we're in. I mean, I'm not making shit up. If your phone works, you're being microwaved. It's that simple. And pulsed frequencies of light, LEDs, they came out of a weapon system. The pulsed light, modulated at different frequencies, has varying effects on the humans, be that physical effects or just psychological, mental, or emotional effects. I mean, this is not a conspiracy theory either. This is pretty well established. Kind of a mess out here. But I always wanted to walk out on this tree, so I figured I might as well do it now while I'm talking. I might take it down, I don't know. Should try it, because it's pretty dried right now. I'm about 10 feet up, at least. Hey, is that cherries? I think that's a cherry tree. Oh, this is a cherry tree. Dang, that's a cherry tree that fell down. I see cherries, though. That's why the deer have been back here. They're eating cherries. Okay. I think they bedded down back here, too, before. There's all these little depressions in the ground. Don't you know? So, yeah, anyway, spiritual nature of the world, right? Yeah. I get all relaxed. I'm feeling good. Get the knot worked out of my shoulder, work the parasite looking out of my freaking left eye and shit. Whoa! I can switch hands with the phone. I'm better balancing with my left. Now grab this tree right here. Alright. Walking the tight wire. One side's ice and the other's fire. Maybe I'm just too blind to see. I'm up on the tight rope. Do 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 do. I can't remember how that song goes. Doesn't that stump look fucking cool? It's like jagged. This is like snap. Some jagged shit in there. Damn. Alright, so yeah, the world has a spiritual aspect in it, and it exhibits itself through nature. When things happen and, close time frames and, succession or whatever that relate to your well-being, there is seriously, like Tales from the Dark Side. Remember that show from the 80s? It says, man lives in the sunlit world of what he believes to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, another world. A world just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side. Tales from the Dark Side. I was hoping I'd see the deer when I was up there. How long has this video been? Almost 10 minutes. I don't even think I've cursed. Wow. Just walking the path out here where the these cedars are. Cedar trees are awesome. People are supposed to live in the woods under the cedars. Come on. I mean, that's where the deer live. Spider. It's about walked into him. Ow, ivy. Ivy. Poking me. Oh, it's Mr. Jet Plane. Oh, I'm perfectly normal jet plane man. We just took off from Portland. How about we just fly slowly over Clark County for an hour or so? Yeah. We've got to deliver some widgets to somewhere. We got to deliver these widgets to Hawkinson. Let's take the jet plane. Now don't fly too fast or we'll go by it. Fly as slow as we can. That's what's going on. We're flying our jet plane super slow. Yay. Does that make any sense? Has anybody ever got on a jet and had it take off from the airport and not go to the place you're supposed to be going? It instead levels off at a couple thousand feet and then doesn't even accelerate. It just flies at stall speed over town. Has anybody ever had that happen? Anybody? Bueller? I never have had that happen, and I've been on a lot of airplanes, although none recently and probably none ever again. I want a dirigible. If we all had our own dirigible, there would be no wars. Think about that. Honey, did you see the news? War's coming on. Oh, well, let's go get in the dirigible with 6 months worth of supplies and go hang out at 90,000 feet. Hey, we're good to go. We'll go down and see what's going on, I don't know, in a few years or so. No, I don't know. When we got to get water, we'll just go to some other part of the world. I mean, that's how easy it would be with a dirigible. You would just go up, trade winds, down, you're somewhere far, far, far from where you were. You know, up, you're in Indiana. Down, you're in Africa. Up, down, you're in Russia. Up, down, you're in the middle of the ocean. You better go back up again. Man, look at me. I've got the world's slowest airplane. And I fly it everywhere, every day. Living the dream in the world's slowest airplane. It doesn't go very high either. Kinda wonder why you even need it. But it's so much fun. It's just about flying. Since the dawn of time, man has dreamed of flight. And now that he's achieved it, there is no greater thrill than flying his own airplane. Slowly, at low altitude over town. Repeatedly each and every day of the week. As if to say, I'm independently wealthy. I can afford all the fuel that I want, and I choose to spend my time flying slowly in circles over your homes each and every day of the week. Ho, ho, ho. I refuel in the air so that I never have to leave this airplane. That's what's going on. I've been cleaning up. Well, it's been between cleanup here, working on the Comet, working on my boat, trying to get ready to go up to my dad's, and the mud pub in between. I've been busy as hell. I've been busy. Busy. Get busy, child. On the tub, I plan on some point. God willing. I plan on mounting maybe like a 10-inch speaker, maybe on each side even. And then when the tub's filled with water and mud, since liquids transmit vibrations very well, very good, I mean, they'll be tightly attached, to the sides with an amplifier, and then the frequencies like the 432, 528, those kind of things, the healing frequencies, and also you could just experiment with frequencies to see what does what. But I'm thinking when you get in it, if you're in there, and we're mostly water, so we're going to basically be in the same density as the water, especially when there's some mud put into it. So I got a tone generator, right? I just put the tone into the amp and then put the vibration into the tub. So we've got the grounding effect of the mud being semi-conductive, and it's I should make a video on just that, I think. Yeah, I better do that. So I'll just end this now. This was about other stuff, but I'm gonna make that other one right now. Take care. Bye-bye.